Let me tell you a story. Back in 2023, a lot of people started going to the gym. A lot of people started like lifting weights and working out. And my friends were like, holy shit, we can go to the gym and we can like lift weights and stuff. So my friends wanted me to go with them. My friends were like, hey, we're going to the gym more often now. You should come with us. And every single time, without fail, by the way, I was fucking good at this. Every single time, I would have an excuse ready to just whip out. I'd have an excuse to just say that, oh, I couldn't go to the gym because of X reason and X reason. Oh, I couldn't go to the gym, my mom needed something, or I could go to the gym, I was studying for a test. I don't fucking study for shit. I've had all these excuses to not go to the gym. I had all these excuses not to do the good habit. And eventually it just got to the point where my friends just genuinely just got annoyed with it because they realized, like, it's obvious. They realized that the excuses that I was making, they weren't genuine. They just happened all the time. Like, there was always an excuse. There was never a time where I was free, or there was never a time where I was able to do it at a certain time. There was always an excuse ready, and then they eventually caught on that I just didn't want to go. And they eventually just stopped asking me from then on. I was just whining over and over and over about how, oh, I didn't want to go to the gym. Oh, this reason, this reason, this reason. Some reasons were lies. Some reasons weren't even genuine. Some reasons were genuine lies. Just because I didn't want to go to the gym. Just because I didn't want to do a actual good thing for myself. I made excuse after excuse after excuse, and I never started. Because I just let excuses lead what I decided to do for my entire life. This concept of excuses, having a reason to not do something, sometimes can be beneficial. Sometimes there's genuine reasons why you can't do something on a certain day. But most times, and 80% of the times where you have to do something and you make an excuse, that excuse is bullshit. The excuse has no ground, has no structure. It's just off of pure emotion and of pure feeling at that certain moment. If you were laying on your bed right now and you had to go to the gym, but you didn't want to go, and we flipped a switch and all of a sudden you did want to go, you would find ways to go to the gym. You would make time to go for the gym. You would do things and you would set things up perfectly so you can go to the gym later because you want to go. There's a way for you to actually do the good thing and not just fall under all of the excuses, fall under like minimal pressure that the world gives you. Even though there's certain things you have to do, yeah, it doesn't mean you still can't go. You just simply don't want to go because you don't want to and you're a bitch. You can truly start right now. You ever think about that? Like, you can truly just do something right now that marks the date where you have started a certain thing. You can drop down to the floor right now and do 20 push-ups. You can go to the kitchen right now and make yourself a healthy meal or get a healthy snack. You can sit down and do a couple seconds of meditation. You can truly start right now. But why haven't you? One, the bar to success is too high. And two, you're letting your ego blind you. You're letting your ego get into the way. And I know it's very hard to actually not do this. Like, your emotions and what you do is very tied to like pride and stuff like that. Like, what you have to do is very tied to your ego. Yeah, you have to understand that like your ego is so fucking detrimental for you. In this context, at least, ego can be beneficial to motivate you and to do certain things and hype you up and make you more confident. Yet when it comes to actually doing things that you have to do but you don't want to do them, having an ego is very detrimental for you. You need to understand that you can just start right now. No matter how little, it's still better than what you usually do. You can just do it right now. There's no excuse. There's no excuse to drop down and do 20 push-ups right now. And if there is, it's a bullshit one. It simply is a bullshit excuse. There's no excuse to go into your kitchen, find a healthy snack, and just snack on that real quick. There's no excuse to go sit down and do a couple breaths of meditation, just focusing on your breath. There's no excuse to do any of that. There's zero excuse. Yet you always have one. There's always an excuse to not do something or to do something. And each time you have to reiterate these excuses, the worse and worse they get, the more sloppy the excuse is. And then over time, you just start to realize that you're not making these excuses to actually value your time. You're making these excuses to just value that part of your brain that wants you to fail. There's a genuine part of your brain that doesn't want you to do good. And there's a part of your brain that genuinely wants you to do all the bad habits and genuinely do all the things that you aren't supposed to do. There's a part of your brain that wants to see you fucking crumble. just so you can go and get instant gratification from all of these bad habits. There's a part of your brain that wants that for you. And there's a part of your brain, that same part of your brain is going to tell you that a couple push-ups isn't anything. Meditation isn't going to work. That going to the kitchen and getting a snack isn't progress. Bro, fuck that. Fuck that part of your brain that's saying all that bullshit, you know? Any bit of progress is good progress. It's much better than what usually happens. So you should strive to do that. You can literally start right now and then progressively overload, which makes it a bit harder over time till eventually you get to the point where you want to be. When I was starting to work out in the gym, I literally started off with those fucking like bullshit 30-minute workout apps like you see on ads when you play games, right? Like when you see on mobile games, like the fucking 30-day workouts, like I literally hopped on those apps and that's how I started. That's how I started to lift weights. It wasn't the best workouts. It wasn't the best like thing to do. It was just 30 minutes, whatever. Yeah, that was like the starting point of everything. And if it wasn't for that period of time where I just started with that little bit, that little workout, those push-ups, those sit-ups, just those mini things, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have built a physique. Here's a picture of my physique, by the way. Very happy about that. You need to take control of your life. Essentially, you just need to actually do things that you need to do. And stop letting external influences so easily pull you away from the things that you have to do. It's just not a healthy way to live. I know it's very hard to do that, and the reason why it's very hard to do that is because you are conditioned to do that. You're conditioned from a very young age that if you just listen to these people and get orders from above, from your teacher, from your boss, from all these people, just get orders, you can just turn off your brain and listen to everybody and what they say. Let other people dictate what you have to do. Now, why the fuck would you do that? And I don't blame you for doing it, but just think about it. Like, why would somebody do that? You know, why would somebody want to just sit down, take orders like a good little boy, do the things that other people want them to do? Why would people do that? People do that because they're conditioned to do that. And the only way to break out of that certain type of conditioning is to take control of your life. Is to simply do the things that you want to do. Yes, it's going to involve some arguments. Maybe your mom's telling you to do something, but you're busy right now. Tell her that you're busy. Tell your friend that, oh no, I can't do this, I can't go out today, I'm going to the gym, I'm studying. Take control of your life. Do the things that you have to do. And your mom has no bad faith. Your friends have no bad faith. They just want a favor from you. They just want to spend time with you. Maybe they'll even make you fucking feel bad for it, but like, it's simply what you want to do. And I know this shit is so little. It's so small. Like just saying, oh, I don't want to do that, mom, or whatever. Like, oh, I'm not trying to go out today. It's so small, but you're literally building the skill of managing your time, of respecting yourself, respecting your time. That's what you're doing here. That is what you're going to achieve. And you're not just going to become these types of people who just sit down and let everyone tell them what to do, what to say, how to act. Because it's hard to live up to many people's expectations of you. So eventually you're just going to crumble under the pressure. That's what happens to a lot of people. They get a lot of external influences and they don't know what to do with it. Some influences contradict others and then they just crumble under the pressure because they have no idea what to do with their life because they haven't taken control of it. They've let in so many different hands on top of their life and they've removed theirs. So there's two things from this video that you have to understand. And there's two things from this video that are just a quick takeaway if you weren't really paying attention throughout the whole video. One is that you don't have any excuse to not do anything. You don't have an excuse to drop down and do 20 push-ups right now. There's no excuse for any of that. That could be your workout for the day. That's better than most days where you have the opportunity to work out, but you don't do it. It's better to just drop down and do 20 push-ups, but you won't do it. Why? There's always an excuse. So there's no excuse now. There's no excuse to drop down and do 20 push-ups. There's no excuse. And don't let people take control of your life. Don't let so many different hands have to hold the wheel that you are driving through your life. Like, you need to actually take control of that wheel. Fucking push the hands off the wheel and then take control of it. That's what you have to do. And this sounds so fucking cliche. You hear this shit all the time in motivational speeches. It's just some bullshit, right? Genuinely. You do not want to live your life like that. You do not want to live your life in a certain way where you are just constantly moving through the motions, letting people fucking ping you around like a tennis ball in different directions that you don't even want to go to, you don't even care about going through, but you just do it to please them. You just use it to avoid little uncomfortable arguments that you may have. You literally sacrifice your time and your life and the control that you have on your life to avoid like a mini argument. You know how crazy that is? You literally sacrifice your life's value, like the control you have on your life, to avoid one little argument you'll have with your mom. It's time for you to respect yourself. And I do genuinely believe that you have the ability to respect yourself. So if you want to actually respect yourself, you need to stop reducing your life and reducing everything that you are to an excuse. And that's it.